first of all, we have clients with a lot of different footprints, and I think there are kind of two kinds of clients that I'd say local. There's the local clients that leverage national media because there's efficiencies in national media, and then there's clients that leverage local because they haven't hit those efficiencies. In the case of that first one, where you think about clients with local presence or that over-index in certain markets, I think there's a lot of rethinking about national media and how it's falling in those markets. And I'd say the easiest way to explain it is, I think what we're trying to do is make sure that there's a correlation between where we want the dollars and where the opportunities are. And if you don't look at the data closely, you'll see that for many clients that doesn't exist. For example, we had one client we were taking a look at, and their current spend is 60%, 70% in national media, but yet 60 or 70% of their customers have cut the cord. So it sort of suggests that there's some misalignment in terms of how the spends are being allocated. And then there's a second piece of that, which is, in those markets where there's younger, more diverse audiences, local TV is far surpassed by connected TV and digital video and other options. And so yet another area of misalignment. And so I think that's our job, is to align those things, and we think there are a lot of advertisers in that position.
So national TV is clearly having a moment in relation to measurement. What does that mean for local?
It's a great question. Well, local TV is hard, and it really depends on the business and the businesses. I mean, that's one of the challenges of this. So you've got some clients who might have heavy penetration in the market, and that's actually pretty easy to measure in a very straightforward way. You've got other clients that may have one or two locations. That becomes really challenging because you're doing things at very small radii, and measurement at that kind of grain is really, really hard. And then you have other clients, like we work with a telecommunications company, and their footprint doesn't map to quote-unquote DMA in any way, shape, or form. It looks more like a congressional district than it does a DMA, or how things are gerrymandered, and that makes measurement even more challenging. The same issue is, at what grain do you measure? And a lot of the traditional things we use in national media, frankly, break at those kind of local levels. So, I think what I'd sort of say is, in national media, we have the privilege of being able to do sort of a lot of top-down measurement. And the local side, it's the other way around. You're going to have to do it from the bottom up, and that's exciting, and I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities.
It sounds like you're having to piece together plans with support from different measurement solutions, bespoke for each client.
Absolutely. And it's like a 3D chessboard. I mean, you've got some inventory captured by some measurement platforms. That's the first area you have to cover. The second one is, do you have statistically significant samples at these local markets? And then the last piece is you hope that the client has the data to kind of match up with this stuff too. And so, I mean, the other simple way in sort of doing this is also going back to the future, which is doing very simple lift-oriented things. And I think a lot of clients are kind of there already because it doesn't require a lot of tech. It just requires a little bit of patience.
Is this a problem, or should we just embrace the innovation that's happening in the market and, pardon the pun, let 1,000 flowers bloom?
Well, as an agency, complexity is our friend, and we like complexity, and we like solving big problems. So, look, is it a problem? Yes. I think, measurement across any media today is a challenge. So I don't want to be naive about that. I think the local piece of it is super duper challenging, and I think the other piece is, it's statistical significance of dollars in market, statistical significance of, trying to, use panels or other kinds of things. And then even at a client level, being able to understand, how that cause and effect works. I mean, the audiences are so small. And so, and I'll give you the best example. There are some clients in our roster where, if they're a retailer and they've got a local store, one or two sales can tip the balance between a really positive day and a really negative day. That's the challenge of what we're talking about here. And so it's not it's not just a media challenge, it's actually a business challenge, right, from that perspective.
So lots of work to do.
Absolutely.
Give us a sense of what you're expecting to see unfold during the course of the year ahead.
Well, look, I think there's some very exciting things going on. You've got Nielsen One rolling out. You certainly have, there's waves in both for VideoAmp and for iSpot. I should also be mentioned that EDO is making great strides in measurement. And so I liken this, it's the, there are going to be a lot of different roads you can go down, and different clients are going to focus on different things. If clients are more outcome oriented, that drives you to a certain set of those solutions. If clients are more currency related and reach related, that drives you to another set of outcomes. And so I'm looking forward to this year. I think this is the year where we've got to put all that stuff to the test. And so I don't know if there's a winner or a loser. It's not binary. I think everyone is going to be grinding, and testing a lot of different measurement solutions. And then my guess is there's things like ComScore and others, like we have yet to see shoes sort of drop on kind of what's coming from those places. So it's going to be, my data set versus your data set for the next, 12 months. I think it's intriguing. As someone that likes to sort of see competition, I think it's going to be a great time for marketers to test and learn and really push the boundaries.